Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. It is Angela, the Traveling Crafter. And if you like art, DIY, you like to travel or watch thrifting videos and me thrifting for vintage treasures, you are in the right place. Today, I am doing a hashtag to support my friend Carrie, the paper monkey, who's doing a little tag your turn hashtag. And at the end of this, I will be tagging someone to participate. Actually, I have 2 people. I'm totally breaking the rules. I hope Carrie doesn't mind. But you know, I couldn't pick just one. So that is what we're going to do. I'm going to explain to you how and what we are going to do in this tag project is mass make a bunch of stuff. You're going to be feel so accomplished when you're done. But before we start, I want to give a special shout out to all of you returning friends who support my vlogs, my lives, the craft with me's, and all of these tutorials. And especially today, a shout out to Delana Dawn, Denise C, and Susan Fleming. Thank you for being here and part of our crafting community. I'm glad you're here. All right, what are you going to need? You're going to need a lot of paper. But let's go through the tools first. Maybe a punch. Not required. Well, not required. I have a tiny, tiny little baby paper punch and a normal paper punch, which I need to probably get out of here. I have my ink dauber to do some distressing. I also pulled these out. Not required, but I have them handy. Well, I need to put these somewhere else. Okay, scissors. And the normal suspects, glue. All right, then I have a few little scraps over here of just some ribbon and stuff. And we'll see if I have some more if I need it. I do also have at the ready some eyelets, some embellishments, and I do have some pre-made tabs, but I'll show you how to make tabs. This is some scraps that we'll be probably using. I do have some, and you can have any kind of scraps that you want. I do have some music and dictionary page, and I am going to be using vellum. So we're going to create tag/pockets. We're going to create, we'll mass make those. We'll mass make something with the vellum, and we're going to mass make a couple of other things, all in one video. Who knew? All right, so then I have a variety of papers. Now, my papers are different sized, but the majority, I believe, are about 4x6. Let's put this up here. Let me get all organized. Okay, okay. Let's see. This one's the smallest one. It is, I've got all over my 5.5 by, should be 4. And the largest is 6.5 by 4 5/8. So there you have it. And then I have a whole host of just random little scraps. These are going to be important. So grab those scraps. They can be as tiny as these little strips from the edge of a scrapbook piece of paper. So where shall we start? Well, let's start with the base, and I will show you what we are going to be creating. So this is going to be our tag for the tag your turn. And all I did is used a 4x6 piece of paper. I didn't do very much for embellishment because the paper was pretty. I put a little reinforcer there and a little of this fuzzy stuff. I don't really like this one here, but it's fine. So you open this up, and this is where we put all of our little goodies. And so the reason I'm doing these is I wanted to have these for some things for some of my kits, and I wanted something a little more pretty. So what we will also be mass making besides these pockets, we will be mass making these vellum pockets. We will be mass making these little bitty pockets. Well, actually, we probably won't do too many of these. We'll do them. I'll show you how to do one. But if you go to the cupcake video on the playlist 100-Day Challenge ATH, it's exactly the same process. We'll add some little tags, and then we will call it a video. Cool? Here we go. wrap that back up. All right, so let's make our bases first. So let's move everything out of the way, and you guys are prepared to be amazed. Now, I'm going to start with, I don't want to use those 2 pages. That's for a different project. Yeah, no. I want to use these. So now I feel like I'm going to have to get more out. This should be 4 by 6. So I'm going to make it with 4 by 6. Yeah. And then I'll measure afterwards. Because I know some of you like to measure. I do not if I don't have to. Now, the other thing I want you to keep in mind for today's video is we're talking efficiency, right? We want to get as much done. Oh, a bone folder or the end of your back of your scissors might help to shore this up, okay? All I'm doing is folding that. So this is, let's just say, this is not a ruler. Let's just say, okay, for the sake of your dimensions, let's just call it, you're measuring at 1 inch, and then let's just say like 3 and let's just do it that way. Yeah, 3.5. Okay, 1 inch here, and then 3.5. So if you like to score your paper, mine's a little bit different than that, but that's okay. The rules are there are no rules, but if you like rules, then there you go. Now that was a piece of cardstock. This is just a piece of, oh, it's from, I think this is from Temu. So it's just colored paper. There we go. 2 down. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? I got to decide how I want it. Yeah, like that. That's all you're doing. You've just made your tag. Okay? Okay. I hope you guys are all doing awesome. I was trying to multitask this morning, and I had set a premiere for my fireside chat today, and I was hoping I would be able to like be on it, you know, because what happens during a premiere is that people can then chat while it's happening, and when possible, it's, you know, fun to be able to be there. But oh, this one's a little ripped. We'll save that for another project too. But I was trying to do something else, and so that looks like, well, it's a bird's nest. Well, no one said we can't do one this way, right? Let's do that. Okay, this one will be this way. Any of these could be that way. So yeah, I hope if you had a chance to comment if you stopped by or after, let us know what your favorite thing is. And if you're enjoying this video, oh, you know what? I'm going to use my corner rounder. Not necessary, but if you have one, go for it, if that's what you like. But if you're liking this content, you know, consider subscribing. It's, you know, a free way to unlock all kinds of DIY inspiration and maybe sometimes some travel insights. And you get to be one of the family of traveling crafter creatives, which I love because I love visiting with you and hearing how you are. All right, we just made all of those. And now what I would normally do if I wanted all of them, which I probably do. So let's just do this really quick. So what do I have going on today? Well, a lot. If I'm not mistaken, I have my planner on the other side of the room, so I can't really tell you exactly the number, but I do have my last South Dakota video that I need to upload, which will be the craft with me. So what you're going to see is me introducing it right here in the craft studio, and then it will, I'll drop in all of the footage from when I was on the road and make a little recap at the end, and that will be that video. But I think it's going to be fun. But I really need to get all of the goodies that I collected on the trip to use in in a journal off of my desk. So, all right. We got 2 more to go. Now, like I said, you can save yourself a whole lot of time if you decide not to do this. Now, what I would do next, which I am not going to do with you guys, but I will do it with one, is the next thing I would do to mass... Did I get them all? Nope, I mean, I have one more. Mass make these in the most efficient manner is then I would distress whichever ones I wished to distress. I'm just going to distress one. So, to be clear, we can have these go this way. Let me put these aside. I have this whole stack over here that I did too. So we got a lot. Or it can go this way. All right. So for the sake of this, well, I'm thinking maybe I want to do, it's fine. They all got to get done, right? I was thinking I might want to do one that was cardstock and then, now see, this is my finished one. That's significantly smaller. And because these are one-sided, I think I will distress any of the ones. I think almost all of these are one-sided papers. Now you could, 2-sided papers you can use. To me, if everything's almost all covered up, why did I do that? I didn't need to do that. I don't see a point really in doing 2-sided paper. Just my preference, but you do whatever your little heart's desire. And I'll tell you what, this is Sandy at Septeria 18 was my inspo. Like yesterday, I was just in a mood. I mean, everything was just irritating me. And I wasn't really around people. It wasn't people who were irritating. I was just irritated. And it's very seldom I get my undies in a bunch, but yesterday was a day and I'm like, girl, you got to get over it. So I watched some videos and mass made a bunch of stuff and thought this is the perfect adaptation for me to make into tags to support my friend Carrie. And so that's what I did. And then my attitude was miraculously adjusted. See, it's just a little crafting. Okay, so I would do this. Now I'm going to put these together. So do I want it this way or I think I want it this way. Yeah, why not? I'm going to put these together so then this will be our little pocket. All I'm doing is putting a little glue just right there. Now, as we did in the other, I'll do it on another one. As we did when we used all of the book pages, if you so wished, you could, before you glue it down, if you would rather have it like this, then do that. The thing is, my background is just white, so, you know, probably would need to be zhuzhed a little bit, right? But you could do it like that if you want. All right, so that is glued down. We're going to glue this one right here since we're doing, I have not done this horizontally, so we're just going to go for it. All right, so we've got this and we've got this. Now, the one thing I don't have is pockets to put on those, but I'm going to show you how they look, and then I'm going to show you the very quick Angela way of making. I need a bigger one. See, actually, no, that's not true. That's what scissors are for. We'll just cut this down. I'll quickly show you how to make these vellum pockets. Now, you have not yet seen, but I did a video yesterday, kind of a viewer request video, and I needed to talk to someone about potentially doing a shop with me video at my favorite thrift shop. However, the manager wasn't there, but and one of the things that I purchased in the little bag of goodies was this vellum, and so that worked out well. It was right there. Okay, so this is going to go here. This one I'm going to not do that to because I don't have any well, we can make one, okay? Let's just make this one that way. That one's a little bit too tall. So when we do this, we'll add this little guy in. So we're going to put all of these aside. Now we're moving on to little baby pockets. This also was a Sandy inspiration. All right, so I've got this, and I've got the dictionary page. Now I'm going to show you. Just don't let me forget to do that one. Let's see. Let's put this somewhere where it's obvious, or sort of obvious. All right, all you're going to do, and we will be making, we should be able to get 3 pockets out of this one piece of vellum and this one piece of music. Hymnal, I think it is. Okay, but I don't think I did use our glitter glue. And if you guys are not aware, a lot of times when you use our glitter glue on vellum, it does not really work the best. So what I did is I just put my book page. I probably need something underneath this. Hang on. Let me get another page. Because I had this all pretty, and look, I got ink all over my pretty fake wood wallpaper. Darn it. Okay, so you're just going to lay this horizontally on your page. Now, I did make sure, I see there's a little, there we go, that there was no edge around it. For some of these that I did, where are those at? Oh, like these, I used just the edge first that are just blank so that you kind of get the gist. All you do is make sure your glue is up. You put on a little bit of glue, and you lay it down. Easy so far, right? Now you're going to pick it up. I will keep this little piece. I know it's not, but I want as much of this vellum as possible. So even though it's not covered, I'm keeping it. Now all I'm going to do is cut against this line, because really, if you don't get every end perfect, you will eventually. Okay. All right. Now there that is. It's not, it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be. That's not the point. So now we're going to do the same same thing on this side. Now, this side didn't have that, so I'm going to make sure this one is the one that doesn't go all the way to the end, if that makes sense. Because when we do the other ends, it'll be perfect. Okay, and then you're just putting it down, zipping your little flange across there, and cutting it off. Hang on a second, that's going to drive me crazy. I don't know what happened to I had a big paper clip right on the edge of this to keep it from moving, and I don't know where it is. So we'll get another one. All right, here we go. So now I'm cutting where that vellum is. So now we've got 2 sides finished, right? So at this point, we're going to cover just the bottom. Well, a couple of these I did, like those I did on the top. I don't like them as well. I liked the open ones like this. So we're just doing 3 sides. So now I'm just going to, and by the way, this was a scrap from the other one, so I don't know how wide this is. It's about 2 and a, oh, it is 2 3/8. Ugh. Okay, so now we want to make sure we're just going to get as many of these out as we can, right? So I'm just going to cut them. Like this. And voila, we have 3. Now we need to make sure that, okay, that one's going to be fine. This is going to be our bottom, and this is going to be the bottom. All right. And one more time, friends, we're going to do it again. Let's make another one just like the other one. Were any of you cheerleaders? Football, basketball? This one's not going to matter. Seems like I didn't get enough on there. And I'm not worrying about right side up, down. Doesn't matter. Okay. Our pockets are done. How much easier. Now, I did not watch Sandy make these. I just saw them on her when she made those pockets, which I'm turning into tags. So I don't know how she did them. All I'm saying is I just needed efficiency. And then after they're all cut, just make sure everything's down. That one needs to be trimmed just a smidgy. You'll see it doesn't really matter because it's going directly onto the card, right? No, we need to make one more with that other one. All right, then what I did is for each 3 that I made, I took the tops of them, because when you do vellum, a lot of times if you're just doing one piece, get something to put under it like this when you're punching. Because, well, that punch is entirely too big. Because otherwise it could make your punch stick. Does that make sense? Because and there you go. 3 pockets. Voila. Efficiency at its best. Let's do this one. This baby one that we're going to put on the other way with the dictionary page. And yes, it is true. I do not read the dictionary pages. I do not look at books to see what they say. You know, we're all adults. If it says something inappropriate, don't look at it. It's my feeling. I mean, I have, on occasion, seen something I was like, well, that's goofy. Nothing inappropriate, but just silly. Okay, I should be waiting until my glue is not all over the place, but that's fine. Just make sure when you're doing this, I goofed up on a few of these, that when you're laying this back down for the second go, that it's actually on the same side. Does that make sense? So you've adhered it on the front here, so adhere it on the front there. I made that mistake. It still looks fine. And no one would be the wiser, probably. All right, one more. Oh, no, we got to go this way, right? Because we're going to do it. Good call, Ange. Good call. I know what I've been meaning to tell you guys. I have a couple of movies that you need to watch that I think you need to watch. And they were fantastic, like feel-good movies that I think you guys will like. The one is called Wildflower. And it is, I don't know if it's written by, but I know she helped produce it and directed it. But the gal who plays the mother in that movie has some, I don't know, some kind of special needs of some sort that, you know, she has adapted and overcome, right? I don't know what those are. But anyway, she plays the mom who, the mother in the movie, has special needs. Here, I'm going to show you how that works with that. And she is a accomplished, I think writer, director, producer. I think all of them. I don't know. A lot in the movie industry. So pretty unbelievable. But essentially, it's about a girl who was raised by her parents, and her parents both had some special needs. Her father was, I mean, and I can tell you this, it's not ruining any of the story. Her father was in a car accident, hit by a drunk driver when he was young. It doesn't show any of that, so you don't really. Okay, we got that one. Which one was I? I just feel like that's too pretty to put on there. This one. Let's do this one. And so it's basically the story of this girl as she was raised by these two parents. And she happens to be especially smart. So I'll leave it at that. But if you want to look and repeat, if you want a good movie to watch, maybe we can offset this one a little bit. Let's do it over here. I would highly suggest that. Dave liked it too. He thought it was really good. And then the other one that now am I going to get it right? Oh, yes, I will. Is called Peanut Butter Falcon. Silliest name for a movie. But Landon, Dave and I had already watched it, and Landon just watched it the other day, and he loved it. They were just giggling. And I just won't tell you anything about that movie, but it is good. So there you go. There's my Red Tomatoes review for you if you need something good to watch. All right, so now we have the process. We would fold and glue all of these. Then we would make all of our baby pockets. Now, what we would do next is I would probably at this point make my tabs. So let's see. Do we have tabs that we can? I do have lots of tabs. Let's just see what I've got in here that is pre-made. And if not, I mean, even if I do, I'll show you how to make a couple of. See, this one might be too big, but I kind of like the black. Do I? No, too black. Too modern. Oh, but it's blue on this side. And that's blue. Let's see if this one's too big. You know, you got to audition and make sure they look okay. Nope, doesn't look okay. Here, I've got this one. I know that will go somewhere. This is a good, and this one's neutral. We can get that one out. Well, here's one that's, maybe that one will work there. Let's see how those work, and then you guys have seen me make tabs before. This one, these I made, I think, I might have made them with this, where I folded them over that way. Or I could have made them on my punch board too. Let's see how that looks. That doesn't look bad there, does it? Okay, let's see. Can you just please look cute here? It does, but it's way too big. I'm thinking. What if... Can I do this? Will it work? Well, let's see. This is a 1 inch. We're going to make it work. All right. That's kind of cool. We'll save that for something else. All right. So we're just going to remake this. So all you do to make your whale tail punch or whale tail tab is to punch a circle. And then you're going to use your hole punch, or you could use that circle punch again, and you're just gonna, I got that little tiny piece, do that on either side. Hopefully it'll be relatively, there we go. And now you have an itty bitty baby tab, which will look so much nicer on that than that big old honking one. So now the next thing I would do is punch all my circles. So because we're gonna do, I'd make all my tabs, mass make those. Now we're going to make all of our circles. And I think I'm going to use this. So I don't need to tell you how to punch a circle. You guys got that. Whatever tool you have, use that. Whether it's punch board, whether it's a die cutting machine, or whether it's just a circle punch. Oh, that's cute. Okay, that's cute. Demi is going to be leaving shortly, and so I'm sure she's going to be yelling at me to say goodbye, and I didn't tell her I was doing a video. So my apologies. All right, this one is done this way too. So which one do we want? So I would do all of this mass making and then place everything on it in order. You know, glue them all together, do all my pockets, glue them all on. make all my tabs, glue them all on, or, you know, audition them if that's appropriate. I'm thinking maybe we want that one here and this one. Although boring, I think we can find something to make it pretty. Okay, we're doing it. Now, and we are going to make these into tags, so I should probably, let's do that, and so you can kind of see it, what it looks like. Do I want it right in the middle? Sure. Okay, that goes there. This goes here. We'll do some punching in a second before we move on to circle project. Which I'm only going to make one because you can, if you want all of the details on these little pockets, you can hop on over to the playlist that is the 100-Day Project ATH 100-Day Challenge. And that has the cupcake liner. Oh, I got this. It's not even. Oh, well, it's going to be okay. All right. There we go. We got all three of those on. Now, let's make these into tags. So the first thing we're going to do is, I'm not going to use this bigger hole punch. I am going to use my Crocodile. It's just a little bit smaller. And I'm just going to, not there. Punch a hole there. I think that'll be fine. And this one, I do not need to do, this one won't be a tag. See, this can go be a tag too if I wanted it to be, and then you could just, I'm trying to decide. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then this one, we'll punch there so we can put some eyelets in it. We'll punch this here. And we need a punch here for the tag. Honestly, it's probably a better idea. I did not do this, but it's probably a better idea to punch the holes for the tag before you glue it together, but you know. All right, those are all done. Okay, we'll make all those pretty in just a minute. Next thing, we punch a bunch of circles, or we use what we've got. So now I have all of my bases made. I've got all my pockets made. I've got all of my tabs made. And now we're going to make these little lovelies. So very much like what we did with the cupcake liners. It's a circle, right? Okay, so we're just going to do this. We're going to fold it, so it looks like that, and then we're going to fold it up to wherever we wish to do so. And if we want to distress it, we can. It kind of just makes this pop a little bit more. And we glue it up. Do not glue in here. You're only gluing right here, inside there, inside here, right? And then you're going to glue right here. Whoa, and right here. And you're going to fold this beauty up. And now we have a pocket that we can put somewhere. I think we're just going to, what do we do with this one? We did not put a vellum pocket on there just because I think it looks prettier without. I'm trying to decide which way I want it. So then after I made all of those, I would go back and put all of these in wherever I wanted. That might be a little too dark. How about, what's this one look like? No, I don't like that. Let's see what we got here. And this is, the next step is when maybe that will be okay. I don't think so, because look, the next step will be making the baby tags, and that's what you need all your scraps for. Yeah, see, way too negatory. Okay, come on. Now, a lot of these, ooh, yeah, sewing pattern for sure. You know what I'm going to do, though? Because this sewing pattern is very thin, I'm going to double it up. Let's see if I can line them up. The other thing is, if like you're trying to get every square inch, which I usually do, out of a piece of paper that I'm punching holes in, I will be okay if maybe the circle isn't exactly all the way around. Like if it's missing, say for example, like that, no big deal. You know, you didn't have quite enough space, because when you fold it in like that, problemo solved. Okay, and then you're just going to fold this up. Perfect. And you see that that fabric, or the wording, is right side up now, which is lovely. And you're just going to dab a glue. My glue, by the way, we all know it's runny. It's getting better. I don't know why it was like that, but it was. All right. And we're going to put you right there. And if this was a little bit more sturdy, I would consider just gluing it here, here, and here, and make another back pocket. But this is not as sturdy as those others that I did, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pop that itty bitty 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 baby pocket on there. I'm still not convinced I like that there, so we're just going to keep that little pinky Tuscadero for another time. Okay, so now all you're going to do is grab those scraps, and these I will explain to you what they're good for in just 2 seconds. 2 shakes. Okay. Now, we probably could... Oh, here, this one. There we go. So you just take a scrap. You say, okay, will it fit? Now, this is not even at all. I can already tell. And you simply... We're just going to use one of these as our template. Cut a piece off. Boop. Cut it into a tag shape if you want, which I did on one of them. Then you could just punch them with this tiny, tiny baby punch. And then you just tuck it in there. Let's do another one that matches. Okay, no. Oh, here comes Demi. Do we have anything else? Anything else? That's too modern-ish. Although it's cute on that side. So we'll use it. Why not? It's already done. There you go. And then, you know, you have this to put in whatever you want. Let's see. This one, I have these that I made a long time ago, and I thought I should use these. That might not look too bad. I don't know. These might be too wide. I think the other one I had to cut. Let's see. Is there another one that's a little bit better? I don't know. Well, you know what? It probably will be okay back here. No, you can't see it. We're just going to cut it down. No worries. It should be okay. My cutting straight might be an issue, but that's... Bye, sweetie. I think she said goodbye. I don't know. So today she came home. This is her second day of school. And I think it starts at like 7:40. And by 9:41, she was at home. And I'm like, what the heck? But she has college classes every afternoon from, I think it starts at 12:45. Ooh. That little flower doesn't want to. Hang on, we'll make it work. There we go. All right, so that's in there. And then we just needed something, which I didn't determine what we would put in the back of it. For this, we don't really need to worry about it. All right, so process. Now we're going to have stuffed it with whatever we wish. Bye, sweetie. I love you. I don't think she can hear me. All right, let's just... I'm going to save this for later because I just can't decide. All right, so what are we doing last? So now we're going to, you know, pretty it up, which is what we just did. Maybe on these two, we could add some labels. No, let's see. Ooh, look, this is out of a book page. And yes, it's dark, but so is that. So if I put it like right here, let me see and hold it up. Yeah, I don't mind that. This is a little bit thicker, although that one's cute too. Which one do I like better? That one. This one's thicker, so I think we can make it into a double pocket. Oh, look how cute it is on that side. This is from an oversized book page. I know it seems funny with these tiny little envelopes. And I just took every scrap and made them into something else. Okay, now let's find, see, I didn't really plan. I was just, you know, like I said, I was irritated. Not irritated. I don't know what it was. I was just cagey. And so, now let's just cut that off. So I wasn't really, I was just creating. I wasn't thinking about what goes with what or what I was going to use or any of that. But this is so easy and it was so relaxing and it just put me in the right headspace. I was like, okay, all is good. All is good in the hood. That one is horribly cut. There we go. It doesn't really show up. Nope. Look at me. I don't know. I don't have much for itty bitty scraps. Okay, now we're going to use these strips. So this one I think will go great on there. I'm trying to see what I want to use. I'll use this end. And all I'm doing is clipping off that much. This is going to be our tab for our tag. And you could do this with a brad. You could do that with a eyelet if you wished and dangled something off of it. I'm just going to staple it. It's going to drive me crazy that I don't have another one in there. So let's see. Let's just do one of these. So let's see. I think this one. Well, I think this will be okay. Now, do you have to fold it over? No. I just did. For the heck of it. And do you even have to have a tab on it? No, because this one I'm going to leave just how it is. But, I mean, when we're talking scraps, and if you haven't seen the Scrap Buster videos, ooh, I don't know if that's on, well, I know it's on my all videos playlist, but there you go. Cute, huh? So then you would go through, you'd make all your baby tags, and then you'd embellish them as you wish. Now, that's about all there is to it. Let me see. Let me look at this and see if there's anything I'm missing significantly that I didn't share with you from my prototype and my, here was my template. Template. I say template. Who was that was saying that to me? Misty, maybe? I don't remember. I think so. All right. So this on here, I dangled off a little butterfly, but you don't have to. You could put a charm. You could put nothing. We need a little piece of something here and through our tag. And I think that we will then call a wrap. So after I have all the other things done, then I would go back and I would embellish. And look, we got, I'm only going to do this one for right now, I think. Ooh, that one doesn't seem like it's all the way glued. So we don't need much. I feel like I need a eyelet, which I totally should have done beforehand, but you know what? It is what it is. So I do have a navy one right here. And while I had this out, I might as well get something to use for these other two that I did. So let's just do this like gunmetal gray. I won't do these on camera, but I'll put them up over here so I have them. Okay. I hope you guys like this. It's kind of fun. I mean, it seems like it's probably, because I've taken so long to explain it, it probably seems like it's a lot more complicated as it is. I will tell you, it takes mere minutes to not even a minute to make probably 10 of these. All you're doing is folding, right? So do I have the small? Nope, of course I don't. There we go. And then, you know, everything else, you don't have to put a tab on if you don't want to. You don't have to put the other additional pocket. I mean, you could be done just leaving it as a pocket, or, well, for the love of Pete, or as, or make it into a tag like I'm going to do right here. Come on, do not fail me. No. It was stuck on. Darn it. It got stuck in the crocodile. I've never had that happen before. Weird. So now I'm using the ones I just had. Let's try this one more time. Again, this might be a good idea to do before you put it all together. But sometimes you just don't know. Please come. There we go. It doesn't really want to stay in there. Okay. We're not going to do that. What we are going to do instead is put a paper tab on it. Because, oh my goodness, because it's just too flimsy. Remember, this is not cardstock that we're dealing with right now. Now I am going to, sorry, I'm guessing that possibly somebody delivered something, and now the dogs are wanting to alert me that somebody is near the door. All right, let's just do this and glue it right on. And then I'll recap, and that didn't get on the other side, will be finis. And I'll move on to the next video, which I did not know. I know I have at least 3 for the around the house videos I need to do. There we go. Okay. So let's just recap. So here are our finished tags. And we're just going to put them right in a row here. So, finish tag, finish tag, finish tag with no embellishments. So, you've got, hang on, I'm coming. Fold your paper. Punch your holes if you want them, at least on the tag part. Make your pockets. Okay, and then you can either make your baby pockets. That was these little beauties. Or you can make your tabs if you don't already have them. Do I have another one laying around here? No, but we'll just, so We'll just call that your tab. And then you're going to, let's just get into my head, really, in my head space. I'd probably do these next. And then I would do all of the little baby tags. Now, you see I left these long, so then I can just cut them off to whatever size. And then you embellish it to your little heart's desire and wrap around some string, and it's all good. It's all good in the hood. The only thing I really have for the blue is this, so I'll do that off camera, but we'll put some there so I don't forget. So I hope you enjoyed that, and now drum roll for whose turn it is going to be in the hashtag Tag Your Turn, hosted by Carrie the Paper Monkey. And I'm putting this right here so you can all see. So I thought it would be fun to support a couple of my friends. Number one is Carol at Lily Rose Blue. Her birthday is in September on Labor Day, and she's trying to get to 250 subscribers before that. So please hop over and subscribe, and then see what she does if she takes on this challenge. And then my second friend is a very new YouTuber who is building her channel and is lovely and fun. And you probably remember her from the Christmas in July challenge that Carol at Crinkle Path hosted. And that is Sierra at Cooley Craft Corner. So I hope that both of you ladies enjoy this and take on the challenge. And then you, of course, can make tag and tag whomever you wish. And don't wait for to be tagged. If you want to play along, make a tag, any tag, and tag somebody. And have them. If maybe there's somebody you want to see what they might create, tag them. And you do that by using the @ and whatever their YouTube channel is. And voila. You wait to see what tag they created. So until next time, friends, remember to take time to just be. And if, again, this art project tickled your creative bones or made you happy, it's a free way for you to support my channel by just hitting like, subscribe, and leaving a comment. So until next time, remember to take time to just be. Cheers, friends.